Hello, this is yet another random YouTuber, and this is yet another random YouTube video. So, I know I said last time I was going to go to the northern part of this continent, but I decided instead that I would try one of these Zandalar campaigns. Now, I'm pretty sure I already read the quest to you, so I'm going to skip it this time and go on one of these trips. So, let's see. Zuldazar, Nazmir, and Volden. Okay, assist Alliance forces in Zulden. Assist Bronzebeard in Nazmir. And assist Kelsey Steelspark in Zuldazar. Okay, let's see. This is the seat of power for the Zandalar Empire. I've deployed more of me mole machines in a place called Zibala. There's a nearby azurite deposit that'll be of great interest to the king. My lads say they're under attack. The swamp of Nazmir is home to the notorious blood trolls. Ew, blood trolls. I wonder if they're as different from night elves to blood elves as trolls would be to these. Captain Conrad has been dispatched to determine how we can use their hatred toward the Zandalari to our advantage. Report from the jungle have proven disconcerting at best. Or the desert of Volden has promised harbor to our fleet. An indigenous snake people known as Sethrek occupy the area. They are aggressive and cannot be negotiated with. We have little choice but to eliminate them. I've seen people looking like them. I'm guessing it's because of a toy or something, but out of these, I'm just going to start from the bottom and go from there. So, Zandalar foothold. I've chosen to sail to Zuldazar. Okay. A fine choice, Libiana. King Ren passed along orders to dispatch our finest to establish a foothold in Zandalar. That means you. Fortunately, we have a few choices as to where we can set up camp. Stick around. I'll go over the battle plan. Okay, so I get to listen to his battle plan and then speak with Grand Admiral Jatereth to travel to where we need to go. Okay, what's the plan, High Commander? Okay, the plan. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'll rendezvous with Brigadier Thumb. Okay. Seems fine. Oh, okay, that's an actual... I actually thought that was a player character. She loves the Dark Iron Dwarfs because they have machines. Alright, so, might as well do this while I'm here, though. Looks like I had a troop die. Let's see, anything worth... I've only got 256 resources. So does anything really strike me as worth it? 100 with a possible extra 100. Let's see. 164 with a possible 160. You know what? I'll go with this reputation, I guess. There you go. There you go. And here we go. Okay, so time to go to the troll island. I think it's trolls. Maybe I should do one of these for my troll druid. I haven't actually done anything on her yet on this expansion. Anyway, okay, the ship's ready at my command. At my command? Oh, I thought I was just going to be a passenger. Well, if it's my command, nah, let's stick with the plan. I'm not a fleet captain or something like that. I mean, I'm a warrior. I just kind of go smash and slash and sometimes stab. Smash, slash, and stab, the 3 different types of weapons in the game. Oh, Okay. Oh. Okay, that's fish. I was excited for a moment. I thought I saw ore. And anyone that's watched more than a couple of these videos probably knows. I get interested in the... Oh, dang it, there was a mining quest I was going to do. Well, maybe I'll combine that into this video, depending on how long it takes me to figure out what I'm doing. And actually, probably not. I mean, this is a pretty big area. It's probably going to take a while. Okay. Okay, dead undead, dead troll. Backup from Culturus? Perfect, I was just about to finish another execution. You've arrived at an interesting time, warrior. All my ships have been destroyed, half my men are feeding the fishes, and the rest aren't doing much better. We're as good as doomed. And still the Alliance prevails. These Zandalari trolls are to blame for this carnage. I need to know how they did it before we kill them all and escape from this light-forsaken island. Speak with the captured Zandalari troll to find out about the Alliance fleet that was sunk. Okay, but first, there we go. Alright, man. You want to hear my story? I was on the flagship, I saw everything. Fine, I'll tell you what happened. Better for you to know. Better for you to feel the fear. Oh, cutscene. I like that sail.
It appears the Alliance dogs have lost our scent.
Good, good. Our journey is almost over.
I hope the war chief's faith is well placed.
She seems very powerful, certain, in control.
It is an honor to serve my queen.
My princess is also strong-willed and sure of herself. Our king has always found her to be challenging.
Almighty Rezan, as always, you come when I ask your aid.
Speak, and I will listen.
I have sought the aid of the Horde, but my father may not agree with my actions. Advise me. You are the lower of kings and queens.
My eyes see much. They see your boldness, your power, and enemies who fear both. And those who seek your demise are here.
We need cover! Head for that fog bank! The sails are dead! We've got no wind! We're drinking on water!
Huh. Okay, so... Okay, so did all of those ships know that the Alliance were going to be coming? Was that a welcoming party for the princess? I mean, it's a little convenient they had all their ammunition loaded. But still, it was a pretty cool cutscene. I tend to overthink things sometimes, though. You know, you gotta step away to enjoy things. So let's see. Princess Talanji, you say? I see. King Ren will be told about this. The Zandalari princess will learn what it means to make an enemy of the Alliance. Okay. Now, on to more pressing matters. The Forsaken have shown up and are preventing us from saving our people. All my soldiers are either injured, exhausted, or in no shape to fight. It seems these troll natives have joined with them as well. I am spread too thin. Kill the Horde, kill the Zandalari, kill them all. With your arrival, our salvation may have arrived. Your rowboat will serve as a way for us to evacuate the most critically injured. Unfortunately, the Horde have brought in a ship, and there's no way we can get our boats past their blockade. While the rest of us load our injured onto the boats, we need you to infiltrate their ship and disable the cannons. Ooh, fun. Maybe I can melt down the cannons for some metal and do some smithing. I know that's not how it works, but still. Reinforcements? Ah, thank the light. We've done the best we can with triaging the injured, but we need help. We need more hands that can heal wounds, or at the very least apply bandages. How are your hands? Here, take these bandages and do what you can to treat the injured. Okay, a lack of surplus. Food, wood, cloth, we're short on everything. Of course, I'm always short, but that did not stop me. See what you can salvage from the shipwrecks. You here to help? I do not have anything. Well, maybe I do. I know, it's just a simple hammer. I know it's not special, but it's mine. That disgusting undead Ellen Hawkins is taunting me with it. I promised Fioria I would not run off to fight him, but you made no such promise. Kill him and retrieve me hammer.
See you soon.
Alright, so kill the Horde, kill a specific Horde, and gather up a bunch of supplies, heal up some injured people, and destroy some cannons. Seems pretty... makes sense. Alright, so. Hurling an axe at this close a distance just means I'm more likely to block it. I mean, that's why in 4th edition, at least, I'm not sure other editions, but it's the one I'm most familiar with. Especially now that the comic shop closed and we don't have a place to play all the newer stuff. But simply put, you would get to take an opportunity attack if someone did a range while right next to you. And it did make sense. If someone's trying to pull back a bow and you're right next to them, what are you going to do? Just stand there and let them shoot you? Or shoot someone else? No, you're going to try to smack their arm or something. Okay. There's the injured parties. More slimy mackerel. Aw, that one's dead. So is that one. Bandages, pretty powerful. At least when they're NPC given bandages. The ones that we get aren't as great as they used to be in the older versions, but, you know, this isn't the older versions. Classic WoW and current WoW are two dramatically different beasts. I mean, in the original, there was no hurry up and catch up mechanics, and everything could be a challenge. You actually had to eat and drink. You know, all sorts of things like that. I am interested to see if I'll enjoy the classic WoW servers when they come out. I'll probably try to either play as a healer or a tank. You know, that way I'll at least be useful and make it easier for me to find groups. Although at the same time, I imagine it makes it harder to farm stuff. So maybe I'll try one of each. You know, one farming class and one helpful class. Probably a warlock. Because then at least I can do spell casting and have a pet. Well, I can do range damage while having a pet. And at the same time not have to worry about buying ammunition. Because that's how it worked in the original one. You had to buy ammunition in order to keep your bows and guns supplied. And then you had to have a quiver, otherwise you had to restock things. I can only imagine it was a huge pain because, you know, I never played a hunter when that was the case. I mean, lots of stuff changed over time. And stuff that I never did, I can only kind of speculate on. I mean, I can think of a few ways that you could probably make gold in the game, even though it's, you know, probably a lot harder. But, you know, you didn't need as much gold for the high-end things. Because, you know, there wasn't a 5 million gold mount. And the gold cap was much lower than it is now. I don't know, I'm just kind of rambling. I'm still not sure if I'm going to play as Horde or Alliance when I start, though. I mean, I play both factions, and they both have their good and bad parts, at least in how you play. Someone told me that if you play as an undead on the Horde, I mean, as a warlock on the Horde, you probably want to play as undead. Because then you can life tap, and then just cannibalize the corpse you've killed. Up, there's a guy. Kind of hard to tell if it's a guy, but I'll just say guy. All right. I'll probably want enchants on my weapons once I get high level, but for now I'm not going to spend good gold on something I'm going to replace soon anyway. I'm a bit of a frugal player, I guess you could say. I mean, maybe if I knew it was going to stay until level 120. But how am I supposed to know that? Is that person fighting with a fishing pole? Oh, nope, just one of those little fencing weapons, or whatever they're actually called. I'm sure they got a real name, but I don't know it. Okay, Zandalar slain. This will be the last one, and then I have to hunt for undead. So I only need some more supplies to kill some undead. Too bad I can't say, well, I couldn't find enough undead, so I killed twice as many trolls. I mean, I'm sure if this was not a video game, the commanders would probably accept that. There's so few undead out there, so I just slaughtered like 20 trolls instead. You just got healed! Why'd you charge in? Well, whatever. There's an undead and another undead. Great. And they're next to a resource. Alright, so. Here we go. Another resource. I only need 2 more of those. And 3 more zombies. Up, there's a zombie. Okay. It would be nice if my weapons matched a little better, but what can you do? Other than pay gold to transmog something you're going to replace before too long. And like I said, I prefer to save my gold. Okay, so. Okay, that's the... or that. They are the last Forsaken I actually need. But... then... I'll know for sure if I wandered out of the place where the resources are. I did wander out of where the resources were. Alright, now... let's see. Wait a minute, actual ore. Oh. I know I should be happy about getting any ore, but I want more monolite ore. Because I need it for my mining. I'm not mining, blacksmithing. I only got 14 pieces and I'm only at 22 mining. And let's see. 25, I still need monolite. 35, I still need monolite. 75, I can use the storm silver. Unless, nope, 25, 25, 25, 75, yep. Okay, 65, 65, 65, 50. Yeah, so I need nothing but monolite until level 65. Where, oh where is those bundles of stuff? Oh, but here's some monolite. Haha. Aha, I see one, and I see another one. Okay, that's the last of what I need. What are these little logos next to the quests? If you know that, feel free to tell me in the comments, or not, your choice. I'm not sure, but it's probably not super important. I mean, I doubt it wears a cape at all. So, here we go. A healing punch, and then finish her off. And just like that. About 20 minutes, 5 quests down. Of course, I'm not sure exactly when I started the quest, but still. Ah, jeez. I pulled a bunch of stuff. Now I actually gotta make sure I don't... well, I have to make sure I pay attention, I guess. You get too much and you have to actually pay attention. Now I know that I'll get more experience if I have PvP turned on, but let's be honest. I'm not claiming to be a great PvPer. If some of you are interested, maybe I'll record a PvP game. I'd have to do one to record it, but still. I mean, I'd have... You know what I mean. Sorry, little lost train of thought. But I could do one and record it. I do it from time to time, but it's not something I'm overly excited about. I mostly do it when I'm tired of quests to level up with, because, you know, it's faster to get into than a dungeon if you're not a tank. And you don't want to bug your friends to run you through a dungeon. Alright, so... Oh! Oh! Okay, there's the gnome I came with.
Salutations.
Oliviana, how's things going on over here? Oh, wow! There's horde soldiers everywhere and Zandalari trolls and hardly any machines at all. We should definitely head back to Zibala. With the Dark Iron Dwarves, it's perfect for our foothold. So, hurry up and use the rowboat in the Rebuke and travel to Zibala.
Seeing you.
Alright, so... Well, that wasn't too long. Oh, that makes sense. I forgot I had that in my roleplay thing, Blacksmith and Miner. So that makes sense why, even though I didn't recognize that person when I logged on the first day, that she was able to just ask if I'm a miner. I mean, not a miner, a blacksmith. I mean, obviously, if my roleplay thing says I'm a blacksmith, there's a pretty good chance, at least, that I'm a blacksmith. I am looking forward to when I can eventually grind my blacksmithing up enough to learn this. I know it's bind on pickup and I'll need a lot of explosum and hydra cores, but 355 isn't bad. Same with this. And oh, okay, I get that. I discover that by making this. Oh, 370. 370. And by making those, it looks like I discover this. So, okay, so rather than make better versions, you learn recipes to make better versions. It's not like in Warlords of Draenor where you have to make things to boost the item or something like that, or you use the previous item to make the new item. So either way, alright. She's got bubble wands. And I'm guessing everything's pretty much just passive until we're off the boat. Let's see. When I hit 120, regardless of if I can actually make the stuff, well, maybe not. I might just buy monolite ore. Oh, there's some ore. There's ore back. Maybe I'll find someone that can make the stuff for me, because I got a good amount of storm silver. I mean, I got over 100 of it. That should be enough for at least 2 things easily. Come on, you're a peon. You guys are supposed to be scared of soldiers. Okay, so. Up, there's one of the dwarven diggers. And a flight path. Don't forget it.
You need something?
Nope, I'm good. Alright. Yep, I'm the warrior human. Okay, so. Seems the enemies anticipated our moves. While we're developing our refining techniques for Azurite, the goblins have done the same. It wasn't 5 minutes after we established ourselves here that the horde arrived to disrupt our progress. We've got several shaman to get important weight in. patiently in the mole machine on that beach. You can take the key and clear the way so they can arrive safely. Okay, so free some troops. With me shamans still in the conveyances, a vital component of our upcoming ritual remains scattered across the supplies. I can only hope the Horde haven't taken them. They're rare and precious. If you see any glowing objects out there, recover them. They're of tremendous value. Okay, that's kind of funny since, quest items glow a little bit. General goods and repairs. Okay, vendor. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna... there we go. There we go. I was doing some, old raids and whatnot. Still didn't get that second warglaive from Illidan. Anyway. Ah, there they are. Yep. For how big that Goblin Island was, there seems to be a lot of them in the Horde. Both players and non-players alike. Of course, they could just be the ones from, the Goblin cities that weren't part of the island just because, hey, money talks. I'll work for the highest bidder. I forget what reputation you need for the Dark Iron Dwarves, but needless to say I've got a ways to go. Heck, I still got one of the ones that you could get before the expansion that I don't have yet because, well, I never bothered to fully get that rep up. So I don't have the High Mountain Taurens. I should probably grind that up on my Druid when I get the chance. I mean, it's not of high importance, but, it would be nice. Alright, there we go. Well, at least they're not riding giant snakes. In my D&D game that I do every other week, one of my players wants to get a combat viable mount because he's got an item that whenever he charges an enemy while riding a mount, it knocks them on the ground, and he just thinks it would be fun. Honestly, those are the best reasons to do things in games like that, just because it's fun. I don't really get why people stress out over these things. If you're not having fun, you're probably not doing it right. I mean, I know some people's idea of fun involves just getting frustrated over and over, which that's fine. But in the end, you're still having fun. If you're having frustrations and none of the fun, you're not doing it right. One of my players, apparently, he really likes the fact that I let him try almost anything, as long as it fits within the small amount of rules. But I guess his other groups, the DM is kind of strict on what they're allowed to do or not do. My attitude is, here's my rules. As long as it's legal and fits within those, do what you like. Okay, so they're doing a thing. They're drawing power from the Firelands.
How deep you willing to delve?
Alright, here's the Slags. And there's the 4 dwarves. The rumors of your capability seemed overblown, but it appears you're indeed a competent one, aren't you? I underestimated you, Liviana. For that I apologize. Don't tell Thalen. The components for the ritual are now prepared. All you need to do is add the fireland slag to the unstable magma, and a great breeze from the firelands will heat our call. We'll gain control of it and eliminate the nearby goblin threat with nigh invincibility. Okay. Well, is it going to be Ragnaros or that guy that gives you the living bomb? Oh, well, this is good too. Let's see. Call forth flames, cast forth a wave of flames. What's going on? Oh! Oh, wow. This is about as fun as that, quest in... Oh, what's it called? It's the one where you deal with Indiana Jones, that zone, where you take control of a giant fireball and roll over a bunch of leper gnomes. Oh, or, I think... Aw, I wanted the ore. It was a rich monolite one.
I answer to the voice of the mountain.
Can I help you?
Oh, you know, Oliviana, I've been following your adventures for a while, and I just think you're so cool. I was hoping that maybe I could take along with you, maybe help you out. I'm not so good in a fight, but nobody can beat my mechanical skills. Okay, so this is how you get the other companions. You know, a lot has happened since the arrival in Zuldazar. I'm sure Mr. Wormbane will appreciate a report. Oh, not from me. Maybe someone a bit more serious, like you. I bet Daria over here could give you back a ride pretty quick. Well, I'll have to see what reward I want, but first I'm going to go over there see if that rich monolite ore is still, oh, a dungeon. Anyway, level 120 goblins. Fighting level 120 dark iron and more level 120. No, never mind. I think I'm good over here. Anyway, so these are much quicker than I thought. I thought we'd have just as many quests as we do on our side. So yeah, where's the lady? Okay, there we go.
Hello.
I'd like to go back to
See
Borealis.
you around.
Alright, now, for me to see what these do. Alright, so the chest, let's see, when I get up to Azurite level 8, it'll be the same item level. Let's see, secondary stats and movement increase. Okay, abilities have a chance to increase strength for 10 seconds. If an ally dies nearby, you gain the effect. Oh, okay, in addition, okay. Or a raging blow. Every time I strike with rampage, I deal an additional... Okay, and these two are for different specs. Oh, wait, what? While blade storming, every 0.9 seconds, you gain... That seems a little bit nice, but that's pretty consistent. When you're surrounded by 4 or more enemies, I get a shield. Every 30 seconds I get a shield, but it's not as good as that one by 600. Okay, next. The helmet. It's not hideous, but not great. Let's see. Oh. And I forgot to compare it to my current helmet, which... Okay. Okay, maybe this one, because I'm not big on the meticulous scheming thing. Okay. You get extra benefit if it's PvP, so I kind of like that. When you use Victory Rush, there we go, you gain... Oh, okay, so I heal and get some absorption. But that, in my mind, is a little bit better. Okay. And last one is the dagger throwing. And when an enemy I harm dies, I heal. Let's see what it looks like. Once again, not amazing, but not hideous. And what does this do? Okay. Grant mastery and absorb damage. Okay. Rampaging an enemy lower than yours. Nope, nope. When stunned or immobilized by knockout, I heal. Okay, I think I'm going to go with the helmet. Just, I don't know. I don't know. I just like it. Good enough reason. Alright. The other items don't get added to my collection, it seems. Oh well. Alright. Oh, and that's all there is from there. So, okay. So, quick switch helmets. Oh, wrong way. So, since this didn't take nearly as long as I expected, okay, I'm gonna do this. And this. Throw the old helmet in the scrapper. And fingers crossed that it won't take too long for the mining quest. Alright, so don't pick a fight. Hey, you're not busy, right? I could use your help. You see, I was out mining in Stormsong Valley when this huge two-headed monstrosity started chasing after me. I ran away, but I was back in Borealis when I realized I dropped my favorite pick. I know this might sound stupid, but if you could get it back for me, I'd be grateful. Oh, it's not stupid. Everyone has things they like and care about. You don't need to do something crazy like fight them. Instead, sneak by them and grab it. And then I'll show you a trick for mining monolite seams for your trouble.
Carry on strong.
Alright, so where exactly? Well, okay, I'll fly as far up as I can. And I think my next couple videos will be finishing up the Zandalar areas. Or whatever they're called as a group.
Good day to you.
Okay. Seems like there's not much distance. So, you get to hear me talk about some stories while I travel, because obviously there's not much going on between here and there. But anyway, what story should I tell? Okay, Alright, so our high school, when I was a freshman, I was part of the marching band. You know, I just played one of the instruments like everyone else that was in the marching band. Nothing special. Wasn't very good at it, but, you know, the parts that I couldn't handle, I could at least pretend I knew what I was doing, and nobody could really tell since no sound was coming out, and there were plenty of other people. I mean, hey, nothing wrong with that in my mind, especially since we had to march in the football games, and I honestly didn't care for that. I'm not a sports person. I've never cared for sports. My dad tried to get me into sports, just up, Horde. My dad tried to get me to enjoy sports. Never did. He even brought me to local college games for his team, which, let's be honest, is only really his team because it's local. But I did like the tailgating. I liked the food. I liked spending time with the family. But I hated the games themselves. I would often just kind of make up stories in my head while all their sports stuff was going on. And I don't know. Just never cared for sports, whether it be football, baseball, basketball. There hasn't really been a single one I've actually enjoyed to watch. Now, I'm not saying that people who do like it are dumb or aren't allowed to. It's just not for me. And obviously it's a common interest that a lot of people have. So it would be kind of a bad attitude if I told people that they can't. Anyway, our band was asked to go to Washington, D.C. and march in the 4th of July parade, which, you know, was a nice little thing. Not very many people get to march in the 4th of July parade out in Washington, D.C. So we spent the whole year doing various fundraisers so we could afford it. And hey, if I'm thinking right, the entire band got to go. We did all sorts of fundraisers like bagging gravel. I didn't do that one personally, but I just didn't want to do that one. And then there was selling apple pies that we would make, and some of them, you know, more common ones as well, but the apple pie and the gravel are the only ones that stick out in my head. I even stayed after when we finished making all the apple pies. They were frozen and, you know, not cooked. That way the people could cook them themselves, but everything else was done. Just had to put in the oven. Anyway, from there, what happened was I stayed after to help the teacher put away all the leftover apple pies. And, you know, because we just kept making them until we were done, and we ended up having more than we needed. So, you know, my dad went home. I was old enough that I could just call for a ride, or, because, you know, I was in high school, or figure it out. It wasn't that far from home. I could ride a bike or even walk. Anyway, my dad ended up coming and buying like 5 more because they got home, tried one, and thought it was great. But anyway, when we got to the time of the trip, it was about the time that I was supposed to do driver's ed, but, you know, hey, this is a bigger deal. Anyway, so we go to DC, and it's a pretty easy ride. We got 2 buses. They have little TVs in them. They're nice. We raised a good amount of money. And anyone that raised more than they needed for their share for the trip, they were given it in cash, the leftovers. And I worked really hard fundraising, and I ended up getting leftovers, so yeah. Anyway, we go there, we see a few of the sights. It's all good. And then the day of the parade, not the day of the parade, the day before the parade, they go to wash our uniforms, and the laundromat kinda catches on fire. Yeah. So they had to scoop up, I think, a little bit over 100 wet uniforms and then start driving around to find another place to wash the uniforms. Except they didn't find any. They could not find a single place to wash the uniforms. So you know what they ended up doing? They ended up going back to the same place after the fire had gone out to finish. Yeah. And then the day of the parade, I forget how hot it was, but it was really hot. And yeah, a lot of us felt like we might pass out. I don't remember any of us doing it, but it was hot and yeah. But anyway, on the way back, one of our 2 buses, the air conditioner broke. You know, which by itself wouldn't have been too bad. Except by broke, it got stuck on heater. And by stuck, I mean it was on full blast heat. So we ended up stopping, and about a dozen of us ended up going to the hospital because of dehydration. It was not a fun situation. Because of obvious reasons. But we got pizza, those of us that didn't go to the hospital. The people that did got pizza too. It's just, you know, they got their pick last because, well, they weren't there when the pizza came. The teacher said that the local news tried to, you know, interview the band. But, you know, it's like, these kids are in the hospital. We're not going to let you be a bother to them. Which, you know, was a good move on his part. So we ended up, instead of being at home on that night, we ended up in a hotel. And yeah, I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if the people in charge of the hotel gave us a discount because, you know, this was beyond what our original budget called for, and it was a very awkward situation. And yeah, so you would think that all the bad luck was done by then, right? Well, not quite. You see, on the next day, when we're heading home, we get another flat tire. I mean, not another, but we get a flat tire on the bus. And let's just say that a bus flat tire takes a little longer than a normal car tire change. Which means that we were there for the length of an entire movie and then some. So yeah. And then when we got back, it was like 1.5 days later than we were supposed to. We got back home about 2, 3 in the morning, and I had driver's training the next day, which I wasn't allowed to miss because I had already missed more than we were technically supposed to miss. And yeah, so needless to say, that is a trip that I won't soon forget. I mean, I don't know how the others felt about the trip, but I imagine those that were in the hospital weren't too happy. I mean, maybe they were if they like hospital stuff, I don't know.
Integrity, 0%.
But for me personally, it was just kind of a, really? This? Why is all of this happening? Now, obviously that's been a while, because I'm not in school anymore. I got myself a job. And I know some people are like, oh, well, are you doing these videos hoping it'll become your job? Honestly, I'm just doing it for fun, because, well, I don't know. I have that first video where I fell under a raid and thought one of my WoW friends would... I almost said a different game. I thought one of my WoW friends would be interested in it, and they were, and I needed a place to put it. Simple as that. And then, you know, this expansion came out. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I should just do something with the channel. I mean, I don't expect to become anything special. Because, honestly, I'm not. I'm just kind of average. I'm kind of average in almost any way I can think of. Where the heck is this mining pick? Don't tell me it's on the first floor. I mean, let's see. Okay, let me go over the quest a second. And maybe I'll figure something out. It's always a little frustrating when you can't quite find what you're looking for. I mean, I'm sure everyone that plays this game can relate. I mean, I hope everyone that can. If not, maybe I'm just kind of a bit dim. I mean, I don't think I'm dim, but at the same time, I don't think I'm extremely smart. Up. Yep, that's one problem. If you're not a rogue or a druid, you can't really just hide. You have to just stand around and hope nothing kills you. Technically, the other two classes you do, but not nearly to the same level. Okay, so don't pick a fight. Let's see. What's that shaking? Oh wow, look at the size of that azurite deposit. Okay, so Okay, two-headed beast. And it's not a hydra, because it's maybe a yeti? Okay, that's not what I was expecting. Maybe Etten? That's... Ah! He's not in the cave. Okay, so... I was expecting it to be in the cave. And I seem to be a little lost in the cave. I'm just going to follow that Death Knight out. So thank you, Yersina. You helped me get out of the cave without having to hurt. And yeah. Wait a minute. Oh! It didn't hurt me. It helped me by walking into that stuff. Okay. Okay, so. Yeah, a bunch of elites. I'm glad. Okay. Ah, there's the pick. Up! No, 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 no. Gotta run, gotta run. Well, they aren't killing me as fast as I thought, but still. Is there a flight path near here? Yes, okay. Huh. Guess they didn't chase me for as long as I was expecting. See a tapestry. Alright, so this is going to be a place I come later. Come on.
See a cuppa?
Nope, I don't want a cup or anything. As you can see, it takes me a little bit to figure some of this stuff out. And yeah. And like I said, I don't claim to be... Oh, wait a minute. I might level up from this mining quest. Let's see, how much do I get? Oh, never mind, I don't get experience, I just get the mining experience. But it levels up my monolite seam. And then I'll get more monolite from seams. I'm a little disappointed that I don't get any experience from it, though. I mean, I did run out there, I killed a bunch of things in a cave, only to realize, oh, there's the party. Oh, sorry. And the one quest I wasn't able to do because I'm not an equestrian expert. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, I ran around, yeah. I don't know. I'm just rambling because I want to finish this quest and then I'll finish this video. If there's anything you would like to see me do, feel free to say as well. I mean, I make no promise that I will do it, but, you know, if you never ask, I can never say yes. Just like technically if you never play the lottery, you can never win it, but I think the odds of this are better than the lottery. Unless you ask for something I think is way out there, but considering most of my followers right now are in my guild, I don't expect that to be the case. Hi, guildies. Anyway, so... Oh, quest giver moved. Anyway.
City's dangerous nowadays.
Here's your pick.
Stay warm.
And boom. 2-star monolite seam. And yeah. Oh. So, this has been yet another random YouTuber. And I hope you enjoyed yet another random YouTube video. Take care. Bye.